So the other day I made a video showing you how you can use anti-gravity, and honestly that video did really well. So I thought, you know what, in today's video I'm going to show you 5 different things that you can build with anti-gravity as a complete beginner. Now if you're someone that's not really sure of exactly what anti-gravity is, it's one of Google's newest AI tools, and it basically acts like an entire coding team all in one place. You explain what you want to build in plain English, and anti-gravity gives you back a fully functional app that you can use, sell, or publish online, even if you've never written a single line of code before. So we're going to get straight into it, and if you're not sure of exactly how you can find it, you just need to go over to antigravity.google. That's the URL, and this is the page that you're going to see. You're going to need to download it onto your computer, and then from there you're going to be able to access it from your downloaded installed applications. And for those of you that are wondering, don't worry, it's completely free for you to use. And the purpose of today's video is just to give you an insight into the different things that you can build with it, just so that you have a full understanding of how it works. Now, once you've installed it, this is the interface that you're going to see. So what anti-gravity is going to do is that when it builds anything for you, it's going to save it directly onto your computer, and it's going to show you exactly where it's going to save it. So as you can see, I've got a folder called anti-gravity in my documents. So if I ever want to know where all of my projects are being saved, I just need to look here, and you're going to be able to do the exact same thing. But the main thing that you need to do once you get to this interface is to click on Open Agent Manager, and it should then take you to another interface that looks like this. Now, this is where you're going to start the majority of your different projects. Anything you're looking to build is always going to start here. As you can see, Google has made it super easy when it comes to being able to navigate it. It looks like a regular AI tool. It's going to be in this box where you're going to enter your prompts. You've got the option of either planning or fast. If you want to know every single step of the way when it comes to the app that you're building and what Google Antigravity is doing, you can click on planning. But if you're looking to build it ASAP, you're going to select fast. So for the sake of this video, I'm going to leave it on fast. And when it comes to the different models, as we can see, we've got Gemini 3 Pro, we've got Claude Sonnet, Claude Opus, and GPT. Now, from my own experience, I would say that all of these different models are good. They all work in slightly different ways, but they're most of the time able to do the exact same thing. But for this video, for these 5 different apps that I'm going to be building, I'm going to be using Claude Sonnet 4.5. But this now brings me on to one of the first things that I'm going to build using anti-gravity, which is going to be a simple utility-based web app. And when it comes to entering in a prompt into anti-gravity, you can just type it out yourself if you want to, but if you want to give it the best prompt possible, the tool that you can use is this one that you can see on the screen. I'm going to leave it linked down below. It should be the top, maybe second link in the description. And all you got to do is select the AI tool that you're working with. And of course, in this case, we are focused on building things using Google Antigravity. So I'm just going to select it just like this. And for the web app that I'm going to build today, I want to keep it super simple. So what I'm going to do is build a return on investment calculator when it comes to Shopify store owners wanting to know what they're going to get back depending on how they price their product. This is something that would have helped me out when I was building up all of my different Shopify stores. So I know it's going to have a lot of utility for all of the different Shopify users all around the world. But stick with me, because what anti-gravity is able to do is going to be mind-blowing. So I'm just going to select it just like this. And by the way, this prompt builder is just going to take you through a series of different questions just so that it understands exactly what you're trying to do, so that you don't have to insert everything into the prompt. All you need to do is select your answers, maybe enter a couple answers if you're not able to find anything out of these different options. And then from there, you're going to get a detailed custom prompt that you can copy and paste. So who is this web app mainly for? I'm going to say small business owners. The next question is, what problem should this app help people solve? I'm just going to say it should help people calculate their ROI for the product that they're thinking about selling on Shopify. Very simple. Next question is, what should the user input to get results from your app? I'm going to say that they should input numbers or values. The next question is, what should the app show the user after they click submit? In this case, it's going to be a summary or report style result. Let's click on next. Ideal color scheme is going to be green and white. And then all I need to do, and all you need to do if you're following along, is click on generate prompt. Okay, there we go. So it's now come back with the detailed prompt. All you got to do is just click on copy full prompt just like this. And by the way, if you wanted to gain access to this tool and you wanted to keep a record of all of the different prompts that you've generated for all of these different AI tools, you're going to be able to create an account, and from there, you're going to gain access to your entire history. So all I need to do is click on copy full prompt and go back over to Antigravity. And now that I've got the full prompt, I'm just going to paste everything in there just like that and then click on send. Okay, so as we can see, Antigravity has gone straight to work to start building out this ROI calculator. So I'm going to wait for it to be done. Shouldn't take more than 2-3 minutes. Of course, it depends on how detailed your application is, but in this case, it's pretty straightforward. So as soon as it's done, I'm going to be back ASAP. All right, perfect. So there we go. It seems to have completed. It's written all the code and I should be able to access it in my documents. So I'm just going to go over to my documents now. Okay, great. So this is the ROI calculator that it was able to come back with from a simple prompt. It was able to build the homepage, the blog page. So if I wanted to upload blog articles, I'm going to be able to do that. Fully written articles so that people can read them. If I click on About Us, as we can see, it's got a detailed About Us page as well as a Contact Us page as well. And this is really good because everything is interactive. As you can see, the header over here is slightly moving up and down, which gives it an interactive and modern look. And of course, the design is just one aspect of it. The main thing is if it works or not. So we're just going to put it to the test and double check it. So for the selling price, let's say if I'm selling a product for this price, the supplier cost is around this. Shipping cost is going to be that. Daily ad spend, let's put around 50 for that. And for the ad platform, we're going to go with Meta Ads. For the actual Shopify plan, it's going to be the basic plan and how many units I plan to sell per day. Let's just put around 30, click on calculate profit. And right there, as we can see, it's giving me a detailed breakdown of the daily, monthly, and how much is going to be in terms of how much I'm going to get back per every single sale. So this is the basic idea of how Antigravity works. It's able to build things just like this, which is a basic web app. But this now brings me on to the second thing that it's able to build, which is a full stack SaaS. And a lot of people on a previous video that I made asked me, Sam, what's the difference between a web app and a SaaS? And SaaS stands for software as a service, which basically means that if you're going to build something with Antigravity, it's going to have a full back end, it's going to have a database, it's going to have multiple different users using it on a regular basis. And most of the time, it's going to be subscription based. Something like this you can definitely charge for if you want, but a web app, I would say, is more of a one-time use. Most of the time it's used as a lead magnet or maybe as a way for you to earn some sort of an affiliate commission. However, a SaaS is going to be a way for you to get a recurring income coming in. Bear in mind, it is going to cost a little bit more when it comes to running it because you're going to need the back-end databases. This could be through things like Firebase or Supabase when it comes to your users being able to log in, sign up, and for you to keep a record of all of your users, as well as making sure that you've got the database capabilities of storing all of their information depending on what your app is all about. Now, just to give you a basic idea of the differences between a web app and a SaaS, I'm just going to go through some basic real world examples. So if we use something like email marketing, the SaaS version will be something like Aweber. On the other hand, a web app version is going to be a basic email writer that people use one time. Aweber is going to be able to save multiple different contacts per every single user that signs up. But of course, the basic web app is only able to produce one written email at any given time. Another example is graphic design. If we look at Canva, Canva is obviously a SaaS. On the other hand, something like a photo resizing tool or maybe a background remover is going to be a web app. Canva is able to save multiple hundreds of thousands of different designs for multiple different users. But when you use a photo resizer, it's only going to be a one-time thing. And finally, if we look at accounting, most of you have probably heard of QuickBooks. This is obviously a SaaS, but on the other hand, something like a mortgage calculator is going to be a web app. So the main differences between SaaSes and web apps is how often people use them, the database behind it, and how they basically function. But what I want to do now is show you how Antigravity is able to build somewhat of a SaaS so that you get the idea of what you're going to be able to go away and build yourself if you wanted to take your web app to the next level. So once again, I got the prompt from the prompt builder that I showed you earlier. So all I need to do is just click on send. Okay, perfect. So as you guys can see on the screen, it's now come back with a demo version of this SaaS. And of course, from this, I'm going to be able to get an idea of what I want to keep, what I want to change, how I'm going to be able to implement it. But this is a good way for you to get your ideation stage out of the way. Because the way that this works, that differs from the ROI calculator that I showed you before, is that, as you can see over here, people can log in and create an account. And there's also going to be a pricing tier as well. So there's a free trial when it comes to using it, where people can use it for around 30 days. They can either use the monthly one, or what they can do is use the annual one. I'm sure that you guys know exactly how SaaSes work, but now you're going to be able to build your own. And of course, you're going to need to integrate the back end to Stripe so that you can collect payments. I've got another video coming out real soon on how to do all of the back end stuff when it comes to the databases, when it comes to collecting payments. So be sure to subscribe, hit the bell notification so that you don't miss that video. Should be out in the next few days if it's not out already. But yeah, this is basically how Antigravity works when it comes to building the initial interface. But if I just click on sign up using Shopify, as you can see, people are going to be able to log into my SaaS using their Shopify when it comes to keeping track of all of their income and outcome for them to know how much they're earning. But if I just click on this, as you can see, this is a demo store that's been connected to this SaaS. And people are going to be able to log in and use it for this purpose when it comes to seeing their revenue, when it comes to seeing their net profit, when it comes to seeing the total orders, how they've been performing. Everything is going to be pulled directly from their Shopify store. So yeah, this is basically what a SaaS looks like. This is the main difference between a web app. I thought I'd show it to you, but let's move on to one of the next types of things that Antigravity is able to build, which is going to be a mobile app. And most of you are probably surprised thinking, Sam, is Antigravity really able to build a mobile app that can go into the iOS store? And the answer to that is yes, it can definitely do that. It's going to be able to build out the UI, which is the user interface, as well as the UX, which is the user experience. And from there, you're going to have to do certain things when it comes to making sure that it's been approved by Apple for it to go in the App Store. But this is a good place to start when it comes to getting an understanding of what your app is going to be and how it's going to work. And you're going to be able to do all of this for completely free. So I'm just going to go over to the prompt box because I've already got my prompt made. And what I'm going to build now is an app that is going to help people when it comes to keeping track of their daily affirmations. So it's going to be a custom app that people are going to be able to use. It's going to alert them every day when it comes to reading out their affirmations. And then from there, they can customize it in whatever way that they want. So as you can see, I've just entered the prompt. I'm going to click on send. And here we have it, guys. This is the app that I was able to build. I was very specific when it came to using a certain color code as well as the stars that you can see on the screen. So yeah, it's matched my overall design, but as you can see, this is what the person is going to see once they install the app. It's going to ask them what is their name. So I'm just going to enter Sam just like that. It's then going to ask them what is their main area that they want to focus on. All of this is customizable. All of this can be changed on the back end. So if you want to add anything, if you want to remove anything, you're going to be able to do that. But for now, I'm going to say that the main focus is going to be mindset. And then finally, it's going to ask the person to set their reminder frequency so that the different affirmations that are going to pop up on their phone are going to show up every so often, depending on what the user selects. So for me, I'm going to select every 4 hours and then click on get started. Okay, guys, so this is what the actual app is going to look like. It's going to pop up. The person's now going to be able to read out this affirmation. I choose happiness and peace in every moment. Click on next. They're going to be able to read this one, read that one, read all 5 affirmations. And then from there, it's now going to let them know that they've done so and that it's going to see them in 4 hours. So it's really impressive that we're able to build mobile apps like this, literally within a few seconds. And if someone wants to customize it with their own affirmations, they're going to be able to do so. And if they want to change the settings, they're going to be able to do so over here. But this now brings me on to one of the next things that I want to build using Antigravity that not that many people are even aware of, which is the fact that Antigravity can build games for both mobile phone and desktop. And the game that I'm about to make right now is going to be very basic. It's not going to be FIFA. It's not going to be Call of Duty or anything like that. It's going to be a basic game, but the purpose of why I'm showing it to you is just so that you know what type of things you're going to be able to go away and update, change, integrate, make improvements to. I'm just going to use the first draft and show you what it was able to come back with. So I'm just going to enter this prompt over here. And the game that I'm going to make is going to be a 2D game similar to Super Mario, but instead I'm going to be using Spider-Man. So stick with me because all of this is going to make sense. I'm going to leave it on Claude Sonnet 4.5. I'm going to leave it on fast and then I'm going to click on send. Okay guys, so this is the game that it was able to make. The way it works is that you need to jump over these different cars and then you're able to get these different boxes that's going to be like a power up where you can now go past all of the different cars just like this. So again, super basic game, but I just wanted to show you what's possible when it comes to using anti-gravity. But moving on to the fifth and final way that you can use anti-gravity, which is to build a simple landing page website. So again, this is something that most people don't know that they can do with anti-gravity, which is the fact that it can actually build a fully functional website. And I'm just going to build a website for a ebook. It's going to be a landing page for a free ebook that people can sign up to. So I've given the prompt builder all the information. And as you can see over here, this is going to be the final prompt. And just to give you an insight into everything about this project, the brand name is going to be Success with Sam. It's going to be a free ebook. And the topic of this ebook, and bear in mind, it's just an example, is how to use anti-gravity as a complete beginner. So the audience is going to be people that are curious about AI. Primary CTA is download the free ebook, and I've just given anti-gravity all of the design information as you can see. So there's going to be a lot more in the prompt, so don't forget to use the prompt builder completely free down below. So I'm going to leave it on Claude, leave it on fast, and then click on send. And once again, guys, it's been able to do it super quick, and I'm actually blown away by what it's been able to do. So this is the website landing page. As you can see, people are going to be able to sign up to it. They're going to be able to insert their full name, their email address, and download the free ebook. If you wanted to change it so that it's not a free ebook and it's something that people need to pay for, you can of course do that. If you want to build any website for any reason, you're going to be able to do that as well. But literally, it's been able to add all of these different pages, the benefit page, as well as the download page and the contact page. So everything is here when it comes to people being able to view this. And the good thing about anti-gravity is that it's directly connected to Nano Banana. And Nano Banana, for those of you that don't know, is Google's image generation tool. So it's been able to use Nano Banana to make this ebook cover, as you can see. So this gives it a professional feel. And if you wanted to make any type of image that's going to go on your website landing page, you're going to be able to tell anti-gravity and it's going to be able to include it straight away for completely free. So yeah, guys, those are some of the main things that you're able to build using anti-gravity. And of course, there's going to be some back end things that you need to do when it comes to making it go live, when it comes to adding a database, when it comes to adding a payment processor. These are things that are very important. And I see all of your comments asking me to expand on it. And as I said already, I've got another video coming out real soon where I spent about 20 minutes breaking down everything you need to do when it comes to launching and deploying your web app using anti-gravity. So it may be out already. If it is, I'm going to link it at the end of this video. If it's not out, just make sure that you subscribe, hit the bell notification so that you don't miss that video as soon as I release it. And always remember that if you're someone that's not looking to launch something straight away, but you're just looking to test it out and see what you're able to build, this is the perfect app for you to use because it's not going to charge you every single time you use it. You're going to be able to go into it straight after watching this video, test it out, use a custom prompt for you to build the most perfect app possible, test it out for yourself, maybe for a week, see how happy you are. And then from there, you can now launch it to the public. The one thing that I like about the times that we're living in right now is that there's no real restriction when it comes to being able to build things because there's so many different AI tools that's going to be able to simplify the entire process. So like this video if you've enjoyed it. And if you want to watch another YouTube video that I made not too long ago, where in that video, I'm going to be able to spend a little bit more time breaking down the step-by-step process of what you need to do when it comes to launching a digital product this year as a complete beginner. Click that video right there, watch it straight after this because that video has already helped out so many people and I'm sure it's going to help you out too. Don't forget to check out that completely free prompt builder in my description if you want to get the best prompt possible for any AI tool that you're thinking about using, whether ChatGPT, Claude, Notebook LM, so on and so forth. So that's going to be linked down below. But other than that, guys, I'm going to catch you on that next video. Make sure you stay safe out there. Peace.